Hello everyone, this is Misha Chandra. I'm doing this video for my web services digital assignment 2. I'm doing a very brief introduction or a quick glance on how to use Gruff tool. So let's get started. Before we actually start into the tool, let me give you a very quick introduction of what Gruff tool actually is. Gruff tool is a data visualization tool data visualization tool that gives you a graphical representation or a graphical visualization, just like we do it in the Proteage ontology, where you can create a graph connected to the components, create a connectivity, bring a matching out of all the components that have been connected. So Gruff is a very similar visualization tool like Proteage ontology. So let's get started. Before we actually get into the one, Gruff tool can be actually downloaded from the official website. This is the official website of Gruff. The HTTP is provided here. You can have a look over here, and you can it is compatible for all the operating systems from Mac, Windows to Linux and everything. So you can download it for the system, and you get an exe file which you have to run, and there's a very small installation process, after which you will be getting a file like this. You get an application like this. It's called Gruff. Mine is a 32-bit one, so I've downloaded a 32-bit one. It's software. Now this is the console page that you get after opening the tool, and for the new you have to go to file and give the option called new triple store. If you give this new triple store, this is a folder storage area where you have to specify where you would like to store your visualization. In this case, I have created I have chosen documents, and then I give read OK, and after this it gives you a message asking how many triples do you expect to load into this new triple store. As I said you earlier, the one difference between Proteage ontology and Gruff ontology is that in Proteage ontology you can display only one single ontology at the same time. Maximum 10 or 20 triples you can connect, and the space for visualization is very limited. Whereas in the case of Gruff is a more enhanced version, which gives you a platform for creating allograph. Allograph is something where you can link thousands and thousands. Even in this case, you can link lakhs of triples together, and this finds good application use in the case of enterprises or organizations which need to get a visualized view of all the data that they are having, and this really goes in handy. So in this case, I'm specifying I'm giving the default one because I'll not be dealing with more than 1 lakh of triples. I'm giving OK, and this gives you a confirmation message asking, do you really want to override the existing directory? And the one thing before you start with Gruff, you should also make sure that your disk space is free and your directory that you are choosing is compatible for running the visualization, because in this case it might even create overwriting of it. So I'm specifying it as yes. After which you'll get a very a small information, like one, it gives you a very basic commands. Now what you have to do is that you have to go view, and then you have to go to file and then click load triples, and then of the drop down you get, you have to choose load and triple. In this, the triples can be in any form. It can be in RDF or an XML form or N quartz form or an Intrix form. But in this case, the triple that I have is in N form. So I'm giving load N triples, and then it's asked whether you want to load the triples from the file or the web. I'll tell you in each format. I have chosen it from file because I already have saved my triples here. So I'll just show you in a while where to get the triples from. Actor triple, and then you give OK, and then it again asks you enter the name of the graph. You can, in this case, you can give any name of the graph. In this, I'm giving my name, Misha. Yeah. Then OK. Now the triples are getting loaded into the graph, and meanwhile I'll tell you how we can get the triples. You can go to Google and give download graph to triple. Triple is nothing, it's just like a database, just like a data set that you import in R. It's just like importing it in R. It's very simple. It's provided in the official website itself. The one that I downloaded is the one that I accessed from the internet. So I got it from a very official website, so that's very easy to download. Yeah, in this place Graph is a free product from France, so you can download Graph here, and then you get the dataset along with that, so you can download it as well. And then let's switch to this place. Now let's have now if you can see, this is 1,66,497 triples. So you must be remembering the step that we did where we gave actually 1 lakh triples as approximate range. So we have chosen 1,66,497 triples. That much amount of triples we have imported into this tool. Now let's have a display. To get a display of it, you can display it in any of the way you want. You can display an instance, for example. You can choose an instance, you can choose a class of it, or in this case I would like to show you sample triples in one graph, or you can even see some sample triples display. It will take a while, but it will give you a very beautiful graphical representation. The visualization is very good. Separate individual graphs at the same environment or the same platform is being given. So I would like to if you can see here, this one, using this cursor here, you can actually go to whatever you want. And according to my triple that I downloaded, I have got a graph which has if when you go and click there, it will give you an indication saying that detail about it. So this is a very big advantage when compared to Protege, because it will give you the information, it will give you a graphical visualization, it will give you the connection between them, this is a very beautiful visualization tool. So if you go to here, and then it will give you a lot of options. It's say display path. You can do anything, you can do any modification, edit node by type, you can edit or specify a type for URI. You can do a lot of modifications just like that. So you can even drag it accordingly. You can even see, if you go for display triples of one graph, you can even display all the triples in sort of a single graph. A lot of graphical representation can be performed. See, in this case, all the information has been given, whereas in that you can see the nodes having nodes containing only the entity name, whereas this has the graphical representation, the actor details, and everything in the node. This is the useful measure of graph. And the version that I have downloaded, mine is a 32-bit system, so I have downloaded graph 6.4.3, that is the latest version for creating Alerograph. So there are lots and lots of functionalities of graph. The video goes up to 1 hour. In this, I have just given a very quick glance on how to create a graph visualization, graphical visualization using graph. and you can do a lot of functioning with this. You can modify it, you can create a single graph, you can connect graphs together, and it's a lot of things that you can do. And before I end the session, I would like to give you a very quick introduction or a quick glance on what semantic web is. Our video is mainly focused on what semantic web is. Semantic web is actually an extension of the web. The web that we're already using is Google, Facebook, and all of that. But whereas semantic web is an extension that has standards, or that has very high standards, and it's like it's a standard of World Wide Web, and it is a platform where you can create a lot of tools, a lot of applications. You can create websites, you can create Android apps, you can create Mac apps, and it's a platform that is compatible for creating a variety of applications and tools. And the ultimate goal of web semantic is to develop a web of data and to enable computers to do some useful work, and to develop systems that can support trusted interactions over network. Whereas when compared to the normal web that we are using right now, it doesn't give you a trusted interaction, or it doesn't give you a very easy mobility. Whereas in semantic web, semantic is the next feature of web, where it gives you very secure transaction, it gives you very interactions, and it's the most awaited and looked upon development in the recent years. So I would like to finish my presentation here, and in this presentation I give you a very quick glance. I give you a very small conclusion note on what I've done so far. I've downloaded the Gruff tool, and I've shown you a quick demonstration of how Gruff works and how do you use Gruff, and how to import triples into Gruff, and how to give you a better visualization when compared to Proteage. I've compared it with Proteage, giving you the advantages and all of that. So thank you sir, thank you.